We're here at the Deloitte Financial Reporting Conference to talk not just about the changes in accounting and reporting, but also to think about how the climate crisis is really influencing the development of this sector. I think it's really easy in Ireland for us to say we're a small nation, we're a small population, we don't make a big impact. But actually that's just not true. We have a huge influence. Not just our country, but our people have huge influence all over the world. It's up to us and it's our opportunity to step up and lead, to show leadership and how we can really make a difference in our society to arrest the climate crisis.
The key takeaway for me is that this will be a collaborative approach between business, between government and enterprise. And government is in the middle, but it's business on one side and enterprise on the other side. But we need business to come on board to meet our 2030 targets and for certain to get to net zero by 2050.
So there's quite a lot happening. Two big standards that are being implemented for this year is IFRS 16 and IFRIC 23. There's also 4 amendments applicable from the 1 January 2019. Then there's 4 amendments coming in further down the line, 1 January 2020. We do recommend that if any of these topics are relevant to you or your entity, to please go onto our IAS Plus accounting website and you can find an abundance of information available to you there.
From the tax session, I think the key takeaways is that tax is changing dramatically and has changed dramatically in the past 12 months. Anti-hybrid rules, EU mandatory disclosure, all of those are very significant. All of those contain significant law which people will have to adhere to.
My key takeaway is that cybersecurity is really a matter for us all. Cybersecurity is about people, technology and processes. So anything that you can do, any measure that you will take in this field has to address those 3.
My key takeaway is IFRS 9, 1 year after adoption, still more work to do, and that's focus on the key areas as we enter the 2019 reporting cycle.
Entities need to look at, do they have more to do around implementation of IFRS 15? So there might be more to do around getting their processes updated to identify performance obligations in contracts, or maybe improving on disclosures that they would have implemented last year.
IAS 16 is now live, it's in implementation. And so as you approach your year end, really try and consider, have you tied down your right of use asset and your lease liability appropriately?
One of the key themes for today's session was climate and the impact of climate change, not only on businesses, but also the broader societal impacts of it, and how, from an accounting perspective, that there are things that we need to think about. But then against that also there was really interesting sessions on cyber, the importance of securing systems, tax changes, accounting changes, and all the other things that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.